Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another coaching session. I'm the Strategy Professor, and we're going to be looking at a Twitch AD carry game. So thank you very much to 4H Ringo for commissioning this coaching, and I hope everyone else will enjoy it as well. First, we're going to do an op.gg review, then we're going to look at the pregame, and then we're going to look at the postgame. I'll take some notes as we watch the game itself, and kind of leave them here at the end. Okay, so let me preface by saying that I am not an AD carry specialist, just as I said with the Talon video that I just released. However, Mitch is trusting me here to give him some good, solid advice, and so I've done some research. Twitch is my favorite AD carry right now. Twitch and Draven are my two favorite AD carries to support, and so I do spend a lot of time thinking about Twitch and why he's so uniquely powerful. So let me go ahead and just bring up Twitch. I haven't done this in the other ones, but I know that, you know, some people may not be familiar with why I'm always talking about why Twitch is so strong. So let's do... I don't usually do this in most of the guys, but I just want to do it really quick, because people always ask me, well, why do I like Twitch so much? Why do I like Twitch so much? There's a couple of reasons really quick. I don't think I've ever gone over him. I am going to do an AD carry tier list, hopefully sometime soon. I always want to do that every patch, but I just never can find the time. But the school semester is almost over, so I can just about get it. Okay, first of all, he has the poison here, which is true damage. You stack it up when you do your auto attacks. It does a lot of additional damage. His invisibility is the main reason that makes Twitch Twitch. So you really have to leverage this and sneak around and just pop up on people. It helps so much with teamfight positioning. It helps so much with assassinating people if you get ahead. So he's one of the most snowball-y AD carries in the game with Draven. That's part of what makes him so powerful. I mean, a 14-second stealth, you know, when you get to level 13, when you max this out, is a really, really big deal. I mean, you could run across, you know, half of the map in 14 seconds. So it's really, really big. Especially at lower ranks, you know, in bronze and silver, people are not going to respect invisibility. They're not going to buy pinks. They're going to be out of position. And so it creates a lot of opportunities for Twitch to get a ton of free kills. And on top of that, it gives him massive attack speed as soon as he pops out of that. So that's very powerful. And remember, if anybody dies when they have any sort of poison on them, deadly venom, then he gets a reset on it, which means he can go invisible again. So if you hurt somebody in a team fight, then you can all of a sudden go back into stealth, disappear, you know, stop people from targeting you, and then show back up again. And if nothing else, it'll give you this attack speed bonus again. So it's really nice to confuse people and reposition to keep yourself safe on the back line. So that makes him very powerful. And he does get some extra bonus movement speed, so he can run people down if he goes invisible. Cask, you know, you'll get 1 point in this for most of the time. It's just primarily for wave clear, a little bit of crowd control. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. Contaminate, once you stack up enough deadly poison, you press this, and that's a lot of damage. You can get 6 stacks of deadly poison. That's up to 150% of your bonus AD damage on top of just normally what it throws out. So, you know, this thing will be hitting for 400 or 500 later in the game, possibly even more. So it's a really big deal. And then finally, his signature Spray and Pray gets bonus attack range for 5 seconds, and he gets bonus AD. So this bonus AD combined with his bonus attack speed and his poison makes him one of the highest scaling AD carries in the game. That's why he does so much damage, because he has so many modifiers, in addition to having the Contaminate. He does so much area of effect damage and has so many modifiers. Now, one thing, and we'll see if this applies in this game. I haven't watched the replay just yet. I've got it pulled up here. Be very, very careful how you use this ultimate, because it's one of the only abilities in the game where you can actually do less damage with your ultimate at level 6 than you would just normally attacking. And let me show you what I mean here. So, if it passes through anybody, including minions, it deals 20% less damage down to a minimum of 40% damage. So you can be doing 60% less than your true damage, like your potential damage, if you're shooting this through minions at level 6. So that's really bad. So let's say that, you know, you have 100, I mean, the math's not that hard, right? If you have 100 AD, and when you hit level 6, which I don't know, you'll probably have more than that, but you get the bonus 20, which is good. So you get to 120, then all of a sudden you're only doing 40% damage. Your auto attacks are only doing 48, whereas if you didn't activate your ultimate and you were attacking somebody, then your auto attack still would have done 100. So even if it passes through one person, you know, if you go down to 80% damage. So you do 120 times 0.8, it still is less damage. So even if you shoot your ultimate through one minion at level 6, if you have 100 AD, then you're actually doing less damage than you would do if you just normally attack the person. So this is something that a ton of people don't realize about Twitch. You need to be very, very careful how you position when you fire that ultimate with him, because it's a straight line shot. So if there are any minions in the way, then it's going to be a big problem. So do not fire his ultimate through minions. That's why sometimes, and I don't know if this happens in the game or not, we'll see, but that's just a word to the wise there that a lot of people don't understand about Twitch, that I see many, Twitches that are on my team fail at a lot of the time, is shooting his ultimate through minions, especially level 6. I mean, at any level it's bad to do that, but especially at level 6 when you don't get any bonus at all. I mean, if you get up to level 16 and you shoot it through one minion, that's fine, I guess. So, if you get to... Actually, it's probably not fine, because by then you'll have, 250 AD plus 40, so that'd be 290 times 0.8. Be 232. Yeah, so it's not fine. It's never fine. You would still do less damage there than if you never turned this on in the first place. So be very, very careful with that. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out as a little preamble for people that aren't familiar with Twitch and why he's so powerful. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the op.gg here. Or not that. There we go, that one. Get out of that. Okay. So try to use at least a few control wards. I see that you used 2 in this game. It's good. The other team only bought 2 total. So yeah, it's good to use wards. You have a great rune page. Look that up here. Let me see. Yeah, this is a great perfect rune page as you're still acquiring champions and you're still buying more rune pages and such. This is a really good one. One thing that you might consider if you really want to do AD carry a lot is get attack speed runes, glyphs, and have a separate page for that if you have space for it. Because if you face like an all AD team, or you at least face like a Thresh or a Blitz or something like that bottom lane that doesn't have any magic damage, that'll give you more attack speed. So it's not a ton more attack speed, but it's, like 5.5 or 6% more attack speed, which can be a pretty big deal. So that's an option for your glyphs if you want. Or if you want to do the magic resist, at least do scaling magic resist so that you'll have more later on in the game if they have a really dangerous mid laner or something. That's an option. So you don't have to do that, but this flat magic resist is kind of a waste if you're not against like a magic damage bottom. But, if you only have enough IP just for one rune page, you only want to dedicate one page to AD carry, looks like, you do mostly support, but you throw in some AD carry every now and then, this is fine. That's just kind of a nice touch if you have, some extra IP or rune pages laying around, or for anyone watching, if you really want to go optimal, it's good to have an attack speed, or just something other than flat MR on your blues, whether it's a little bit of attack speed, some scaling magic resist. You probably don't need CDR on Twitch, but, there are just some other things you could probably do that are better. Those would be the ones that come to my mind. Okay. Good masteries overall. What do we got here? Yes. Okay, so pretty good masteries. I like most of this. I would put only maybe 1 point in Vampirism and a more natural talent. You do want that extra AD that it gives you per level. That'll give you enough lifesteal, especially when you have a Sona on your team. She should keep you topped off most of the time anyway, so you can afford to be a little bit more dangerous. Get natural talent. You can also get Fervor, which is what you got. If you're in a tougher lane, like let's say you're against a Caitlyn Karma or something, and you don't have a Sona, like if you have a Thresh, then you might want to go Warlord's Bloodlust instead. But Fervor is much, much more damage if you just don't think you're going to get murdered in the laning phase. So with Sona, you should be fine. So this looks pretty good. I would just switch these 5 over to here for this match. Yeah, the rest of it looks solid. Okay, so minor things. And overall, your build looks pretty good based on what I saw. Let me go back to the game here. This one. Okay. Overall, build looks pretty solid. We'll have to see how the game unfolds. I do like going Infinity Edge plus Hurricanes here because you have Sona for the healing. Once again, if you're in a really tough lane, you might have to get Blade of the Ruined King. As much as that item unhinges me sometimes. As I'm sure you've seen on the stream. It is good if you're in a losing lane, if you have a high scaling champion like Twitch. So it's an option. It's an option. You may want to get it as a third item. Like you're probably going to need some kind of lifesteal in here later. Although, like I said, for the early part of the game, Sona should be sufficient to heal you up. So we'll see. But you might want to get a Quicksilver Sash or a Blade of the Ruined King. We'll see when the game unfolds, and I'll let you know. Okay, so just thinking about the pregame here, you should try to be very aggressive in this lane. You have a Sona, they don't have a heal, so you just want to constantly push them into their tower. Just drop your poison on all of those minions, push them in a tower. Sion's not going to be very aggressive early, I don't suspect. You can always go invisible and run away from them if you have to. So, push them in, buy a pink on your first back if you can, put it in the river bush. We'll talk about that as the game unfolds. I don't know if you do that or not, but just try to get control of this lane and just push them in over and over and over again. Make them last hit under tower. A lot of people cannot last hit under tower very well, particularly at bronze. So you want to get them in that tower, and it does incremental damage to the tower, so it'll eventually take the tower down. You just have to be careful not to get killed when you do that. Okay. If you fight Xayah, try to strafe to the side to as you fight her. So the thing about Xayah is if she gets feathers behind you and then pulls them back in, it can stun you and it can do a lot of damage. So as you fight her, you want to be running to the side as you shoot, just so that she'll hit you with less feathers. So it can be a little micro-intensive. I did go ahead and put a link here for you to another random guy that I found on YouTube that talks about how to attack a move. And I do this on the stream as well. I'll attack a move all the time, but you basically... I like to just right click to move backwards, and then you press A and then left click, and that will attack a move. So I do it that way. He has it hotkeyed in this video, which you'll see. But yeah, it's basically just attack and then walking away, attack and then walking away. Because there's a little bit of time between each attack animation and before you can do your next attack based on your attack speed. So you should be able to move. Now, it's not a lot. It's just a couple of steps. Every time you move, it's like attack, step, step, turn back, attack, step, step, turn back. But, over the course of time, it adds up a lot. It really lets you reposition quite well in fights. You always want to try to be at your max range, just attacking the closest target as an AD carry most of the time. So it's not your job to get back there and fight the squishies. A lot of times... you're probably going to be hanging out in the back attacking Sion, or you're going to be hanging out attacking maybe Camille, something, or Braum. Just whatever's closest to you. Just constantly want to attack and just try to stay at your maximum distance. We'll see what happens when we watch the video. Okay, so your number one priority is to stay away from Camille and Zed. Camille obviously can jump on top of you, and that's going to be really bad if that happens. You can't Quicksilver Sash out of her thing. With Zed, you can't really do anything about him either if he runs at you, so you've got some problems. So GA might be a pretty good buy here. We'll see, but you should be able to win team fights at the end if you get to that point in the game. Okay, let's go ahead and watch, and I will take notes, and we'll give you some tips on how to improve. Okay. Fire this up. We'll go ahead and speed this up here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Start with Doran 1. Okay.
Minions have spawned.
Now, what you want to aim for CS-wise here, you want to try to get to at least 50. You want to try to be there as fast as possible. I guess you're probably adjusting your music or something. Okay, good. Yeah, so what you want to aim for by 10 minutes here is 50. I think 50 is a good number for bronze level play. Every time you move up a tier, or if you're planning on moving up a tier, you need to try to get 10 more CS by 10 minutes. So that means when you're eventually trying to move into silver, you want to try to get to 60 CS. And at Platinum, you know, technically where I am, people should be getting 80. It doesn't happen. But that's what people should be getting. So you should go up about 10. Yeah, so you're definitely missing some here early on. So just work on that. I think going into bot games, and I see that you have played some bot games, and that's good. What I would recommend is, you know, until you get up to that 50 threshold, you know, just maybe start off your day. And they actually have a practice tool now. I haven't used the practice tool, but this could be helpful. If you can just practice last hitting. And just get that number. Just practice just every day. Just drop a quick 10 minutes or so in the practice tool or in a bot game. And just see if you can get to, that 50 number in 10. Yeah, I would just say every day, just put in 10 minutes and you'll get it. That's actually the best way to climb as AD carry, honestly. It's just hit more CS. Yeah, and Sona is really, she's not making it easy on you here, but... Okay. You are pushing in. You are beating Xayah in CS, so that's good. Okay. Just sitting on full mana. I would just go ahead and drop your poison just right here. Just throw it on the ranged minions. And this will help you last hit too. If you throw that poison on the range... There you go, there you go. Throw it on them early. And now you can use your Contaminate to help you last hit. So use your E there to help you last hit. And you don't want to use all of your mana, but... like, when you see a huge blob of them here, like, just go ahead and drop it, like, right here. Just your W, just right here. That'll stack all the poison up, get a couple of hits, and then you can use that Contaminate, press your E to help you get that last hit. Especially on the cannon minion, because I know that one can be kind of hard to last hit. So yeah, the number one thing right now is just try to get as many of those hits as possible. If you can get to a point... you know, even if you're just learning everything else in the game, if you can get to a point where you hit 70 or 80 CS at 10 minutes, in bronze, you just, like, automatically go to silver if you do that every game. Because every 20 CS is about equal to a kill. So, you know, if you can get to, even 60 CS and the enemy only has 40, at 10 minutes, you basically have a kill on him. A little bit more than a kill, actually. You got about a kill and a third. Because each kill's worth... You know, for you personally, it's about 300 gold. For your team, if there's an assist, it's about 450. Good rotation. So yeah, I mean, it basically gives you a free kill in the lane. There you go. Okay, hit these. Yeah, let that stack up. Yeah, stack them up. You got them. That's a bit aggressive. All right. Oh, go over here, help him, help him. Help him. I think you could have helped him a little bit earlier, maybe. I know it's easy, it's kind of tough when you're fighting, you get old tunnel vision. Good job holding your heal and not flashing for that stuff like Sona, though. You're not gonna get him, I don't think. Or get her. Yeah. Oh, she got him. Okay, interesting. How much AP does she have? Can't tell. Oh, yeah, there we go. Shouldn't have that much. Yeah. Yeah, just go ahead and buy. Back up. I would back up here. Either get these and run, or just... Yeah, just go ahead and back. Just turn invisible and back right now. Okay, so I'm gonna say... Practice CS. Back when enemy backs. Drop poison on casters. Yeah, you wanted to back a little bit soon. You need to go ahead and back. I know it's awkward because you want your BF sword, but the problem is she's going to come back with an item. Like, she's got a crit cloak now and you don't have an item. Even though you're ahead because you have an assist, and you were up in CS, you're not really ahead because she has an item and you don't because you haven't spent your gold. So yeah, you will be ahead in the future. But in general, when they back, you need to back so that you can match them in items. Even if you can't get your ideal item, just get a crit cloak, get some daggers or something. You know, just buy something. Because now she's got the advantage on you, and you really can't fight her. So, generally, whenever you get a kill or whenever they back, you can push one more wave into the tower and then leave. Because it's going to take them about 30 seconds to run back. And you're going to be about 10 seconds behind them. Because if you wait too long, now you can't back. Because if you back, you're going to lose an entire creep wave. Because she's going to push it. So, like, how it works is you need to back. You get one more wave, push in their tower, and then you back and try to run back here before they put a wave into your tower. Remember that a minion wave is about 120 gold or so. It's about 20 gold apiece. 6 minions, except for cannon waves. Yeah, just work on the last hitting a little bit. I mean, I'm not a great last hitter either, so I feel you on that. But always go invisible when you back. I'm not sure if you did that or not, but always go invisible when you back with Twitch. So that they can't see you. If they happen to walk into that bush or something. Like, if they warded right here, then that way they wouldn't see you and stop you back. Alright, what you got here? Yeah. Okay, so you got your BF sword, so now when you show up, you'll be bigger than she is. But there was that window there, and they didn't really exploit you on that, and they may not do that kind of earlier, you know, in bronze. When you first start ranking, they won't do that, but as you kind of move up into higher ranks, they will punish you for not backing. Okay, so she's kind of pushing it now, but she did it too slowly. She couldn't figure out what she wanted to do, so you're not really going to miss that much. Now, Sona should try to freeze it here. That's another thing with lane management that's helpful. When people say freeze, that means that you want to try to keep the wave here. If you're in a defensive lane, I don't think you are. I think you can be aggressive, but if you're getting really beat up, you want to try to keep the lane about right here. And you do that by counting the minions, and then just leaving like 1 or 2 more minions. So like just give them like 2 extra casters here so it pushes into you. See, now they have to back up because they're scared. They don't know where the jungler is, I guess. I don't know why they're so far back. But that's one way you can play a lane. That's not how I would recommend playing this lane. You should be aggressive. Watch out for Braum, though. Oh yeah, definitely don't. Yeah, don't use your ult there. The really powerful ultimate, you want to make sure that you hold on to that. For a big fight. I mean, it did clear the wave out, which is good, but you know, I think to clear the wave, you should just be dropping your poison. Like I said, just drop your W on the caster minions on the back line, and then once they get up to 5 stacks and they're at about 10% health, you can just press E and it'll kill them all. Okay, you're pushing, I like that. Yeah, you could just drop the E right there and just... Twitch is a little bit harder to last hit because the poison can kind of throw off your rhythm a little bit sometimes until you get more AD. Okay, good. I don't remember. I think that's your pink. Yeah, you're the only one that bought pinks this game, so that's good. That's where you should put it, so your warding's great here. Yeah, run, 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 run. You see the Scion there, and the Zed. Just... Okay, good flash. Okay, good. Yeah, try to keep an eye on that minimap as much as you can. Sometimes pushing it up a little bit further to like right here or something can give you just that extra little, you know, inch. You're probably dead here. Yeah, there's not a lot you can do about that. You maybe should have just left the tower in general if no help was coming. He's probably just gonna die, or just run away maybe. Let me see if you should have left that tower really quickly. Yeah, you're really low. You see Zed running. Yeah, you gotta just leave. sometimes you just have to abandon a tower. Like, there's 4 people here. You see Veigar's not moving, Warwick's not moving fast enough. Yeah, so, like, right here, where you saw Zed walking up here and, like, trying to hook around, you just gotta run for it. You gotta just go invisible and just run. And use your heal somewhere in there. Yeah, I think if you just go invisible and just run for it, if you had that, and then just use your heal and just give up the tower. Now, in theory, should Veigar be running down there? Should, you know, should Warwick be responding faster? Yes. But in practice, they're not. So you just got to give it up. You can only do what your team's going to allow you to do to some extent. So if they're not going to allow you to defend that tower, you just got to give up. Okay, so I'm going to say abandoned tower on a 4-man dive. Now, your team did get top lane, though, so I know that can be frustrating, and I get frustrated, too, when they just, like, dogpile bottom, which happens a lot when there's 4 people bottom, but you got to remember that hopefully, you know, your team will be doing something else elsewhere on the map. That isn't always the case, but just keep in mind that if they're all bottom, that means that somewhere is exposed. So Darius did get top, and he's probably crushing this Camille. Darius is very good into any melee matchup. Wow, Veigar is getting absolutely massacred by Zed. Okay. Yeah, keep pushing. Now you really need to keep an eye on Zed. Now he's dead. Hold on to your invisibility. Don't... you need that as an escape in case Zed shows up. What are the items looking like? Okay, it's good. What was it? Wind? Alright, that will help you escape, though, if Zed shows up. You go invisible. I mean, Zed's the only thing that matters right now in this game. So you need to keep an eye on him for the enemy team. Nothing else really matters right now. He's so far ahead. He has so much farm compared to everybody else. Okay, oh, I forgot to look. Where were you on CS at 10 minutes? Alright, you're at 40. Yeah, so try to get that up to 50 or so, and that's pretty good for bronze. We'll go back up here. Yeah, it's looking rough. Yeah, he's 6-3 with 80-something kills. I think you gotta leave. You have eyes on him. I think he's gonna come down here for you. Yeah, I don't know. I would go just like get these golems right now. Or something. You still have your wards. You still have your wards. I would go walk up and like ward this. And then just like get the golems or something. Cause you can't go that far up in the lane. You can also just back and buy some stuff if you have a good buy. Yeah, I think you're right. You're definitely going to have to get a GA this game. That Zed is just too out of control. Yeah, you just got to get this tower up. Be very, very careful with Zed. Like, you need, if you do not see him, you need to be very scared. Because he can just show up and ult you and you're dead. But yeah, that's good. In the meantime, just keep pushing.
Killing spree.
Yeah, I mean, all you can really do is push. Like, the problem is, like, your team, you need to tell your team to quit fighting right now. Just tell them to stop. Darius is about to die. But yeah, all you can do is push, because you can't show up to that fight right now. Because if Camille or Zed jumps on you, you're just going to die. Like, you don't have enough power yet to kill people fast enough. He's dead. Yeah, I mean, all you can do is just try to get these towers, which is what you're doing, so. Tell team to stop fighting.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
What is Zed getting? Merc Treads and Ghostblade, huh? Oh, can you get him? Oh, those Merc Treads, though. Huh. I'm trying to think of something you could get that... Like, the old school Randuins used to be, like, a decent buy against, like, a fed AD assassin like Zed, but I don't think it's that good anymore. Obviously, you can't get, like, Maul of Malmortius. You can do that against AP fed assassins, but ADs pose a little more problems for AD carries. I guess GA is the best option. It feels kind of gross, though. Like, because the GA cooldown is 5 minutes, and Zed can kill you every minute, basically. So I'm not sure if that's a permanent solution. I don't really know what it would be. Like, I'm thinking like a, I mean, Gargoyle Stoneplate seems bad, but it would give you the extra, you know, 40% HP, basically, if you do your shield when he ults you. It is cheap. I don't know if something like a, I don't think a traditional, I mean, maybe Dead Man's. I don't have a good solution to this puzzle here. This Zed being that fed. I mean, he's got 8 kills, 120 CS at 19 minutes.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
You can't Quicksilver Sash his ultimate anymore. They fixed that, or they changed that last year. Yeah, you just gotta run. Go invisible right now. Go invisible right now. Just run. Yeah, she's dead. He's dead. This is a tough one. This is a tough matchup for Twitch because you can't really split push against anybody, hardly. Because, like, Zed can kill you if he ever finds you, and Camille can kill you. So you can't really do, like, the Twitch assassination thing here. Yeah, I guess, I mean, you still have to go, like, Hurricane, Infinity Edge, I think. That's, like, step 1.
The turret has been destroyed.
Complacency breeds death.
I'm trying to think of how you can get back into this one. I mean, Darius was strong. And he doesn't have any armor, though. Zed can probably almost one-shot him. Like, nobody on your team has armor. Warwick's starting to get some. Ult, shoot her, shoot her. Oh, you don't have ult, but yeah, definitely shoot her. There you go. Okay, Zed, it's incoming. Yeah, there you go. I mean, all you can do is just, yeah, don't get knocked up, though. Yeah, just keep attacking. Attack her. Nice. Okay, good. I don't know what they're doing. Why Zed didn't ult in that whole fight? I mean, maybe they just all fall apart here. I don't know. Yeah. Basic, not quite one-shots the Darius, but pretty close. So he's going a lot of lethality. You need armor for that. Yeah, I'm still thinking GA is probably the best here. I mean, either that, like, another option would be if you think you could maybe lifesteal through that, if you get a lot of lifesteal. Oh, maybe, maybe Bloodthirster? That would at least give you, like, a shield when you start the fight, and it'd give you enough lifesteal, or maybe if you just attack him enough, you could lifesteal through it. Frozen Mallet might give you enough health to survive it. Maybe some combination of Frozen Mallet plus lifesteal, so that you can survive the initial burst and then heal through it. That might be enough. Okay, so another one would be Tell, Sona. Okay. Run down, watch Camille. Okay, good. Hit her, hit her. Wow, I don't know how they're throwing this, but I think Zed died with his ult. Okay, yeah, just keep, don't freak out, just keep attacking. Oh, he did it. They're not even doing it to you, they're doing it to other people. Yeah, I would definitely get a lifesteal item after you get Hurricane, because you need some lifesteal here. I mean, a GA does make sense against, but the cooldown on Zed's ult is so short. That's the problem with GA. It might save you for one fight. I don't know, it's tough. Did you die? Yeah, you died. Okay, you need to ping him back, get him out of there. Okay. But yeah, I think maybe some combination of lifesteal, so either Blade the Ruined King. Blade the Ruined King might be a good effect here. Like I said, either Blade or Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster does... I don't know. I think Bloodthirster might be better here. It is more money, but... attack speed is really good on Twitch. But it gives you way more AD, and it gives you more lifesteal. And none of them are really stacking a lot of health. Well, I guess Scion is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, stop him, stop him. Good, keep attacking. Good, keep going. No, don't ping back. Or is that them pinging back? Get it. Well, is their jungler... their jungler is up. You need to get eyes on him if you're going to do this. Alright. Okay, so if you guys want to go for that, do you have... I don't know if you have wards left or not. Yeah, you've got 2 wards. So what you need to do if you're going to try that, ward over this wall. Scion was low. Does he have Warmogs or something? No, he's just healing a lot. Okay, so what you need to do there is you need to walk up and ward over this wall, and if Scion tries to walk up, you need to light him up. So you need to tell you, like, type to your team, kill Scion if you see him. Kill Scion, kill Scion, kill Scion. And, like, ward this, and this, ward this. And then if he starts walking up, you can just stop what you're doing and kill him immediately, because he has a smite. Your team did not have smite there. So it's an, like, he ran away with, like, 200 health, so it's an okay idea to try for it, but you got to make sure he doesn't flash this wall. He could have also just blast planted the wall. So you need to stand on this wall, like right on the edge, ward this, and as soon as he like walks over, you need to, you know, throw a W on him, throw a poison field, and then just attack him a couple of times and contaminate him to get him out of there. Okay. Yeah, I think you definitely need to go defensive after that, though. I think lifesteal is a good move. So your options here would be, you could go with something like a Dead Man's Plate, which is strictly just something with armor and HP for survivability. I think you have to have lifesteal, though. At this point, like, 100% you need some lifesteal. I think Bloodthirster would be a good combination for several reasons. It would give you... First of all, it has the most lifesteal on a single item in the game, I believe, at 20%. Or close. Actually, hold on, let me pause this. What about, Death's Dance? It's like a third item. That's a little weird, but it's got the 80 attack damage, which is good. Cooldown reduction. Ooh. 15% of all physical damage dealt. That's actually very appealing. Because he can't spike you out. It's going to prevent 30%. So he can't 100 to 0 you. You're going to at least get another 3 seconds to heal it up over time. And then, I mean, the cooldown reduction is kind of whatever on you. But this gives you almost everything that you want. It gives you protection from all ends. It gives you nice attack damage. And it gives you the lifesteal. Now, let's see. Bloodthirster is more expensive. The same AD. I think the lifesteal on this is better because of your... because of your Contaminate. So this does true damage, which is important to note that this will not heal you with Death's Dance because it's true damage. But Contaminate is physical damage. And so when you light everyone up in a team fight with your ultimate, you're not only going to gain... this applies on hit, so this would lifesteal normally. This would lifesteal with both Bloodthirster and Death's Dance. But this, however, would not count as lifesteal with Contaminate. However, you know, it does count. Thank you, David. However, it would count for Death's Dance because it's physical damage. So this is something, and this is a huge part of Twitch's damage. So, you know, if you get 5 poison stacks on people, let me see what's your AD at right now. Yeah, you have 253 AD. So, and I don't know how much of that is bonus, though. Probably 150 bonus. Let's just say you get 6. Let's say you get the max poison stacks, which is not hard to do with the ultimate. Let's say you get 6 stacks on 3 people. Then that's going to be, what, 6 times 135. That's 210. So 210 plus, what's that? What did we say you had, 150? I think that's 225. Yeah, 225. And then what was 210? Is that what we decided? Yeah. Okay, times 3. That'd be 1,300 damage, and then I think Death's Dance is only a 5%. Area of effect physical damage is only 5%. But still, that's better than 0%, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, that'd heal you for 65. Which is not bad. So, yeah, I mean, I think that Death's Dance could potentially be a really good buy here, as weird as that sounds. I think maybe going double lifesteal here, so just going like Death's Dance, Bloodthirster or something. Then you're just going to be healing back to full almost all the time, and they can't burst you. So I think that that could actually be a decent build for you. Like I said, the problem with GA in this situation... I mean, GA is good, but the problem is it's got a 5-minute cooldown. And I think you definitely need a lifesteal item right now. Like, I think that's not negotiable. It's just, it's like, which one? Blather King is okay. The thing about Blather King is you do get the lifesteal based on the percentage damage that you do. So, you know, if you're dealing... And it is 15%, so it's pretty good. But the active kind of sucks. I mean, it's okay. But the damage isn't going to matter. The 100 damage is not going to matter right now. Off of the blade. And then, you know, the extra kiting ability, the extra ability to run away is not going to save you from Camille or Zed, who are the two main threats. So it's not like they have a tank that's going to be in your face the whole time. Sion's not going to be able to catch up to you, really. Yeah, get him, get him, get him. You don't have your ult, okay. Good. Run from him, run from him, run. Yeah, you gotta run away from that. That's pretty important. Because if you were there, they're like 100% gonna get this inhibitor. But now they may not get it. Yeah, from dead Sion, just run. Like, it doesn't matter if you kill him or not. And that right there, if you had even a Vamp Scepter, you would have lived. Because you would have had enough lifesteal to live through that. You need to tell Sona to use the green aura too. I don't remember if I verbally said that out loud, but I wrote it down. Tell Sona to use green order. So what like Sona, if you're not familiar with Sona, I don't know how much you play her, but she's got this right here, Aura of Perseverance. If she hits somebody with her power cord, it lowers their damage by a lot. It doesn't say it right there, but I think it lowers it by like 20%, something like that. So she needs to be putting that on Zed, and I would suggest that to her. I don't think it's rude to ask, hey, can we put the green power cord on Zed? I'm not sure if you're doing it or not, but that would help out a ton. Just something like that. If she says, I am doing it, duh, or whatever, you just say, okay, fine, thank you, or whatever, I'm blind, sorry, I'm blind, or whatever, you know, just back it up. But as long as she's, like, doing it, that's fine. I do think that Death's Dance, I have seen some people, like, Philol was saying, like, with Lucian you could rush Death's Dance. I'm not sure about all that, but I do think that if you're getting a lifesteal item third, see, here's the problem with GA. I do like GA, but the more I've kind of played with it some, and the more I just see it in action, it depends on the comp. But, like, with Twitch, if you get caught and killed, you're just gonna die twice. Like, you have no extra escapes. With some champions that have, you know, extra dashes that might come off cooldown, or extra, like, burst abilities they could use, then GA might make more sense. But, like, on a Twitch, if you get killed once, you're probably getting killed again, most likely. You need to tell your team to get this inhibitor. Yeah, get him. Don't go for that tower. Get the inhibitor. Actually, you know what? They could go. Actually, they should go for this tower. They should. I didn't realize 4 were dead. Yeah, they should have just gone for this tower. I don't remember if you win this one or not, actually. I'm kind of wondering myself. I think, yeah, you're going to win right here, I think. Okay. Okay, good. Alright, so let's recap this. How long has this been? Not too long. I need to try to keep these to about an hour, so this is good. Okay, so post-game, I think your number one way to improve, like, and it's going to sound the easiest, so this is good. This is good, because that means you can make a ton of improvement here. It's just work on your CS. And like I said, I'm awful. Just flat out, I'm really bad at CSing too, because I play support all the time. But if you really want to commit to playing AD carry, or really any role that's not support or jungle, you need to be able to hit certain thresholds of CS. So what it is for bronze, I think is 50 is a good number. And remember, you had 40 at 10 minutes when we looked. And the difference there is 10 CS, which is a big deal. That's like 200 gold. So just think about whenever you go back, just how often are you just like 200 shy of that BF sorter? You know, you're just 200 shy of being able to get some boots, or you're 200 shy of being able to get that crit cloak, or piece together your zeal, or something like that. It's a lot, especially with the BF sword, because that thing is really annoying to buy. So yeah, try to get to 50, but the more you can get, the better. If you want to try to get into silver, you need to try to get to 60. But really focus on that. Like, go into the practice tool. You don't have to do it for hours on end, but just like maybe 10 minutes a day, just as kind of a warm-up, just to, you know, just get your mind into the league state of mind. You're just getting ready to play some league. Just go into either the practice tool or a bot game and just practice CSing for 10 minutes and just see if you can get to this 50 by 10. And how you should try to evolve and learn as an AD carry is first get to 50 in a bot game. All right, just focus on just CSing. When you get into a real game, as much as possible, push the lane and focus on CS. So that's another thing I want to say is push the lane more early. Use W to push. So if we look at Twitch, this Venom Cask is great for pushing, and it's on the expensive side, but it's okay in terms of mana, because you're not going to be using a lot of the rest of your mana that often. But yeah, what you do is you just throw this down on the ranged minions on the back line. They're going to get the full 5 stacks, and that's going to give you a lot of extra true damage on them. And then if you want to, you can press Contaminate after that. Now, it's going to get pretty mana intensive to do that a lot. But just try to get those minions into their tower. This is going to do several things. First of all, it's going to make it hard for them to last hit under tower. People have a hard time, even at Platinum, last hitting under the tower. It makes it a lot more challenging. Number 2, they can't really fight you back if all of your minions are pushing into them. So it lets you focus on just CSing. So all you have to do is just last hit, throw a Venom Cask on people, just keep auto-attacking the wave and just focusing on last hitting. And then you don't have to really worry about fighting them or trading with them. You just keep putting it in their tower, back up, ward the river, make sure you don't get ganked, and just keep doing that over and over and over again. And this is kind of the most basic, simple strategy to help you get ahead in League of Legends in the laning phase, is just push the thing into their tower and don't die to ganks. Because, yeah, it's going to make it hard for them to last hit. It's going to give you a lot of free last hitting because they can't really fight you, because if they try to fight you, they're going to fight in your minion wave. So let's say that, you know, they have a team, they want to fight you, but you come rolling up, and a lot of enemy teams won't do this. You just start attacking the wave, and you push it as fast as you can with your spells, and it's to, like, right here, you've got 6 minions, they've got 2 minions. If they try to go in and fight you in that, they're going to take a ton of minion damage. And you're probably going to win the fight, almost regardless of what you do. And if they don't fight you, then it just goes into their tower. And that does damage to the tower also, so you take the tower faster, makes it harder for them to last hit, and makes it difficult for them to engage on you. So it's almost an unbeatable strategy early on, is you just keep pushing it in their tower. The only thing that beats it is if the jungler comes down and ganks you, so you have to watch out for that. But if you just push up to tower and then just, like, back up or something, you could even, like, just go into bushes. Especially with Twitch, this is a good strategy. If you push in a tower and then just, like, go into bush, just go outside of vision. Then that way they get used to you being outside of vision, right? So they're not going to start calling MIA all the time because they're thinking, oh, Twitch just you know, randomly win in a bush somewhere. And that's fine. So try to go somewhere out of vision. If they aren't warding this, especially if you have this pinked after your first back, just walk out of vision. And that puts a lot of pressure on the map. Because now that you've pushed it in, let's say that mid lane's pushed up. Let's say they have a TF that just keeps pushing up here. You can actually walk up to here, go invisible, and then roam over here and kill the TF. And then he's going to be furious that the bot lane didn't call missing. But you've already gone out of vision so much. It's like, you know, crying wolf, right? They're just, if you keep saying, even if they keep calling missing every single time, the mid laner is going to quit listening to it because they're like, oh, it's just in lane, it's not a big deal. But especially with Twitch, it creates a nightmare. If you ward the Gromp up here, or if you get your support to ward the Gromp, you know, you push it in, go up here, and you see the junglers doing Gromp, you can just roll up if they're low and just kill them from invisibility, just assassinate them or make them blow a flash. Like, you can cause so much map pressure with Twitch because you have invisibility. Another thing is if they get pushed into tower, their support's not going to be able to ward very well. Like, they're not going to be able to ward deep down here, so no one's going to teleport behind you. They're not going to be able to ward over here. A lot of times they won't even ward dragon. They won't ward the river. Like, the best they might do is walk over and ward this bush, and if you have it pinked, you can just clear it. So it just shuts out vision from this entire side of the map. Makes it hard for them to last hit. Tower's going to take a lot of damage. Gives you opportunities to roam middle or roam Gromp or roam blue. Like, who knows? Maybe if you see the jungler top lane and their blue just spawned and you have them pushing a tower, you might be able to sneak up here with your support and steal their blue. Like, there's just so many things you can do if you push. And it helps you last hit because they're not going to fight you back. So it'll help you get to that 50 number. So that's really the key that I've come to respect a lot more recently, is just push the lane as fast as humanly possible. Most of the time, it just don't die to ganks, but you know, push it as hard as you can. Okay. Another thing is back when the enemy backs. So when the enemy backs up, you're gonna have, depending on how long it takes for them to buy in the store, you're gonna have about 45 seconds before they come back to lane. So even if you don't have an optimal item, even if you don't have the BF sword, you know, just come back with, you know, sometimes you might just have to come back with a pickaxe and some boots or something, or a, you know, maybe a couple of daggers or something like that. Like, sometimes you just can't get your ideal back. So in general, you can push one wave after you get a kill, maybe 2 waves if it's really going to be an important item, but then you have to back immediately after that. If you push 2 waves, they're going to beat you back there, and they're probably going to push a wave into your tower. So you're kind of taken out alone there because you're going to miss some CS likely if you push 2 waves. But 1 wave is almost free all the time. Make a miss, 200 gold worth of minions, or 120 gold worth of minions, and then back. But you need to get back before they get back to lane and stop you from backing. That's crucial, because she came back with a crit cloak, and you were still on a Doran's Blade. So they didn't pressure you that hard because of that, but they could have. They could have just gotten in your face and just fought you hardcore. They're going to have fresh potions, fresh health, mana, just everything. Brahm's probably going to come back with a Sight Stone. So they could just really, like, put the clamp down on you bot lane if they wanted to. But they didn't. But you need to be aware of that. You can abuse this also with the enemy. If they stay, do not let them back. Like, if you come back with an item and they really want to go back and get that BF sword, don't let it happen. Just keep stopping their back, keep pushing it into the tower as much as possible and try to hold them there. Because if you have an item advantage on them, they're never going to be able to fight you early on. Like, if you come back with a pickaxe and they have been saving up for their BF sword, and they never get to back to get it, you know, they don't back for an additional, like, 8 minutes, then you basically are going to win the lane. Pretty much. So, exploit that if the enemy does it, but don't do it yourself. Okay, I already talked about putting poison on the casters, pushing that way. Let's say, tell team to stop fighting if you are behind. So, especially with your team comp, they just kept fighting and dying a lot in middle. Tell them to be careful of Zed. Because you can't really show up. I mean, I guess you can, but at that point of the game, you really need to just be pushing up bottom lane. So, I don't know. It was a difficult situation in the mid-game. I'm really impressed that your team was able to pull out of that. Okay. Abandon the towers on 4-person dives. So if you see there's 4 people and they're just like lining up, and you know you see the other person, like the Zed in this instance, was just like rolling around here. You see him walking over here. Just run for it. Just run, because you're 100% going to die at this tower. Like Zed might be able to run you down, but you had heal and you had your Q. I think maybe you at least had heal. So just ping back with Sona and just like ping over here, ping back 3 times, ping that you're walking over here, and just run for it with Sona. Because you have a much higher chance of surviving if it's just Zed versus all 4 people dogpiling here. So yeah, Zed might kill you, but at least you have some probability of getting away if you just run for it. Whereas here, you're 100% dead. So if there's 4 people bottom on those towers, and unless it's very special circumstances, if it's 4-on-2, you really, really need to leave. Like, maybe if there's, like, if you have a Tahm Kench or, like, an Alistar or something that's just, like, extremely hard to dive, you could maybe stay. If you had a good support that was, like, pulling out some miracles, you could maybe stay, but in general, you have to get out of there, especially with Sona. Sona's not going to do anything. So yeah, you just got to abandon ship there, and it sucks. Like, you don't want to lose your tower, but you know, you just either you give them 2 kills and you lose the tower, or you just lose the tower. Like, those are your options. So you just kind of have to pick the best of a bad situation, because Vhagar and Warwick weren't anywhere close, and they weren't really moving for it. So I mean, just think of it this way. Darius did get top tower out of that. We go back to that moment. He did get top. So you could have just traded towers. You know, they get bottom, Darius gets top. But just in general, even if Darius didn't get top, you just got to bail. Let's see. Be more authoritative with shot calling. Tell Sona to use green. So just in general, I know that you know, express that you're still learning the game, you're still working on it, you're pretty new to the game. But just as you learn some stuff, every now and then just chip in some advice or something. And I know that's hard to do, because you don't really have the ethos yet to do it. You know, people may not trust you, but at the same time, just suggest, maybe we can just say, man, we're really getting blown up with this, Zed ult. Sona, like, can you use the green aura or like the green power cord on Zed or something like that? And you know, once again, if she's like gets defensive about it, yeah, of course, I'm already doing that or something. You say, oh, my bad, I'm blind or something like that. You know, just back up and you know, apologize or whatever. But just make sure that you're putting it in her mind that she should be doing that. And just in terms of the Scion, like being around that Baron pit, you know he's got smite, so you need to ward over that wall and tell your team, kill Scion if we see him, kill Scion if we see him. Like, it's okay to try to finish the Baron there without smite, but you need to make sure they understand you have to kill Scion if you're going to do that. But yeah, that's more advanced, like, shot calling. If you don't feel like doing that all the time, that's fine, but that's just one finer point that you could, you know, tinker in there if you want. And then, like I said, the Zed riddle was very difficult to try to figure out there. I'm not a Twitch expert. GA is not amazing on Twitch because he can't do anything when he wakes up. Like, he doesn't have... You know, if you have a GA on an Ezreal or something, Ezreal dies, he can blink out of there with his E and maybe escape. Or Lucian can maybe dash out of there. Or, you know, he'll have his Q off cooldown and his dash, and he'll have all this extra stuff he can do. Twitch doesn't really have stuff he can do. You know, like, he just shows up, ults, and right clicks, and that's it. You know, if his ult's down, he's not going to escape. I mean, I guess you could try to go ambush, like, Q and run away, but they're likely just going to get you. So I don't really like GA on Twitch. It's okay, but it's got that 5-minute cooldown. I think going for, like I said, some combination of lifesteal and defense is good, and I think Death's Dance is kind of the best of both worlds. So I think going for a Death's Dance there, either Death's Dance or Bloodthirster there would be good. If you get that Bloodthirster shield stacked up before the fight, that can be really helpful. Because I guess it'd be a pretty good little shield. Yeah, up to 350 based on levels. So based on your level, you'd probably get to, you know, a 300 shields. That's like having 300 extra HP at the start of a fight, probably. If you just, you know, power that up. It lasts for 25 seconds. If you just power that up on, like, some Raptors or something before you fight, That's pretty good. You basically start with an extra 300 health, and you have 20 lifesteal and 80 attack damage. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So some combination of either Bloodthirster or Death's Dance, I think, would be the best bet there. I really like Death's Dance, though, because Contaminate can heal you. So, although the poison doesn't, but... Anyways, I would maybe go both of those, honestly. The order in which you get them, I'm not sure. But I think the double lifesteal plus this 30 seconds, like, anti-burst is really, really nice. Because if Zed doesn't kill you with his ultimate, if he doesn't burst through you and you're allowed to lifesteal back up, he's done. He can't do anything to you anymore, so... I think you could go the double lifesteal route. I wouldn't get Blade at that point because the active is totally worthless. You're not going to run away from either Camille or Zed. The 100 damage is not going to matter. They aren't stacking a lot of health, and you already have attack speed with Hurricane. I mean, it's okay, but I would personally consider Death's Dance, Bloodthirster there. Your other option would be going something like potentially a Frozen Mallet. That would help you kite, although once again, there's nothing to kite. They're just going to jump on you and probably try to kill you. You could go like a Dead Man's Plate at that point if you're really afraid of Zed. That at least gives you some HP, armor, and it would let you move faster for ambush, although there's no one you can really ambush to one-on-one. So, I think Death's Dance Bloodthirster is probably the ticket there. That would give you the extra shield to help you with the burst. It'll give you this to help you with the burst, and it would give you... you know, effectively 35% lifesteal, which, I mean, you're just going to heal up your full health in, like, 2 shots once you start getting that much, but anyways, so I'll put that down. Tough itemization versus Zed. Try Death's Dance plus Bloodthirster. As 3rd and 4th item. So they're both expensive, but I think that could work. Okay, and that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed it. Great job. Like I said, the biggest things right now, I believe, the easiest things to do conceptually that you can practice and just mechanically are just push the wave into the tower over and over again and try to get to at least 50 CS, maybe even 60, you know, within a couple of weeks if you practice this. Go into the practice tool, practice last hitting, or just a bot game, practice last hitting, just for like 10 minutes a day, and just get that number up, and that's the fastest way you can climb. Just push CS. That's it. You'll win way, way more games. Because remember, you know, every 20 CS or so is roughly equal to... Actually, every 15 is personally equal to a kill for you. Every 20 is roughly equal to a kill plus an assist for your team. But every 15, you know, will roughly give you about 300 gold. So, you know, if you're 15 up, consistently 15 CS up on your opponent, it's like you start the lane with a free kill. Well, maybe not start, but you have a free kill by 10 minutes, which is really nice. But anyways, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate the generous donation. Just let me know. I know that your son said he was interested as well. Just send that my way. I should be able to get to it very soon. The school semester's ending, and I'm just catching up with a bunch of stuff. But anyways, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.